Back that up. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Steve the Black, the STEVEE, the Black. I'm back, and after taking a couple days off, I decided to come back and to do my Royal Rumble predictions video today. And one of the most exciting Royal Rumbles in a long time. So, without wasting any more time, let's get into this. So, the first match is for the Raw Tag Team Championships. Cesaro and Sheamus taking on the Club with two referees. And because of that, I'm going to stick to my plan and say that the Club win. Because normally, I have a feeling that the Club wins, and then Big Cass and Enzo can win the titles at WrestleMania, or at least by SummerSlam. At least by SummerSlam, I would think. By SummerSlam, we see Enzo and Cass as the new tag team champions, with the Club beating Sheamus and Cesaro for the belts in the pre-show. Next, we have Sasha Banks taking on Nia Jax, which I'm sure will be a very competitive match. Obviously, Nia Jax will be going after her leg, doing everything like that. I'm going to have Nia Jax win this one, but I want everyone to hear me out when I say this. After the Royal Rumble this Sunday, on Monday, I will be doing a predictions video about what I think the WrestleMania card will be like, okay? Because normally, after the Rumble, you start to get an idea of what's going to happen and what's going on. So, there's that. Next, and so look out for that. Next, we have Alexa Bliss, Mickie James, and Natalya taking on Nikki Bella, Becky Lynch, and Naomi in a 6-women's tag team match. I'm having the heels win, especially because Mickie James came back. You have the women's champion on who's a heel, mind you, and Natalya, obviously, and Nikki are going at it. So I wouldn't be surprised if Natalya got the win over Nikki in the match, got the pin on Nikki on this match, just so they can get some heat on that and get some heat on her. Because really, again, the storyline is it's not great, but it's not horrible either. So don't be surprised if that happens, but I have the heel team winning this match. Next, we have Rick Swann taking on Neville for the Cruiserweight Championship. I'm going with Neville. It's normally how it always goes. With someone like Neville, a heel like Neville comes out and saying they're the king or they're this or they're that. Most of the time they win the match. So I'm going to be going with Neville on this one, because I just have a feeling that he's going to win. Next, we have Charlotte versus Bayley for the Raw Women's Championship. And I'm going with Charlotte because I believe that she will continue her pay-per-view streak, and then she'll lose at WrestleMania, which I figured what was going to happen anyway. So there's that. But I think the match will be pretty good. It won't be. I don't know if it'll be Sasha Banks, Charlotte good, but I think it'll be a good match. Next, we have Kevin Owens taking on Roman Reigns. At first, I was gonna with Chris Jericho in the shark cage, and it's gonna be a no disqualification match for the WWE Universal Championship. At first, I was gonna go with Kevin Owens, but because Chris Jericho is the United States champion, that makes me. I think we can all guarantee that we know it's gonna be Chris Jericho versus Kevin Owens at WrestleMania. So I think Roman Reigns is gonna somehow win this match. A lot of people have heard that maybe Seth Rollins might interfere to help Reigns win, to stick it to Triple H. I don't think he'll do that. Speaking of Rollins, I'll get to him in a minute, but I think I can see Roman Reigns winning this match. If not, at the next pay-per-view then. But I think somewhere between now and the next pay-per-view, it's when Chris Jericho and Kevin Owens will split up, and they'll start that feud over the United States Championship. Next, we have Styles versus Cena for the WWE Championship. Obviously, you know my thinking. Cena wins his 16th world title. AJ goes in. Cena wins his 16th world title. Then we have Taker versus Cena for the title. But that's not the plan anymore. And I'm angry about that. And it's just really stupid. So, I mean, especially with the Elimination Chamber coming up. And I'll tie that into the Rumble match, which obviously you're thinking, okay, so who's going to win the Rumble? It's so stacked. We got The Undertaker, we got Braun Strowman, we got this guy, we got that guy. Who's going to win? Who's going to make the most impact? Who's going to last the longest? I think Braun Strowman's going to win looking good, looking strong. Braun Strowman, him and Baron Corbin. I would love to see those two go at it real quick. Sami Zayn will probably be the Iron Man of the match, lasting longest in the match. And as for who I have winning it, I've heard different rumors. I've heard Jericho, maybe Samoa Joe, because I've heard Triple H say it'll be something that nobody's seen coming. And I've even heard this one, which ties into the WWE Championship, like I was saying earlier, of Randy Orton winning the Royal Rumble, and then having Bray Wyatt win the WWE Championship at the Elimination Chamber, and then have those two fight it out at WrestleMania for the belt. So, with that in mind, I can see where they're going with this, because they've been taking their time with the storyline, and it's been a great storyline. As I've said, ever since Randy Orton joined the Wyatt family, I haven't felt that he was a part of it, and that he was doing the whole Daniel Bryan thing, join them so I can beat them, so I can take them down that way. Except Daniel Bryan only lasted one episode of Raw, but I think it's something that would be interesting, and yeah. But where does that leave the other rumor I've been hearing about The Undertaker? You all know Undertaker's my favorite wrestler. I'm hearing things, the reason why he's been appearing on Raw is because he's going to be fighting Roman Reigns for the Universal title. And I don't want that to happen, because most likely Roman Reigns will beat The Undertaker for the belt, beat Undertaker, and retain the championship. And I don't want that to happen, because this is The Undertaker we're talking about. This isn't John Cena. This isn't Triple H, a heel or a mega heel or something like that. This is The Undertaker. Everybody loves The Undertaker, and you're going to put Roman Reigns against that's not going to work. Vince, at this point, I'm saying, Vince, you getting old up in the brain, man. I don't know what you're thinking. Because at first I thought, oh man, I don't want to see Taker versus Braun Strowman. I know Braun Strowman has gotten better, but I don't want to see Taker versus Braun Strowman. But I definitely don't want to see Roman Reigns versus The Undertaker, because I like Roman Reigns, okay? I like Roman Reigns. I've said this before. I don't care what none of you think. I like Roman Reigns. But I don't want to see Roman Reigns get booed heavily. Even I know a bad idea when I see one. I don't want to see Roman Reigns get booed again at WrestleMania, because the WWE try to push him to be the guy, and he's just not going to be the guy. You don't have to have Roman Reigns be the guy. I know it worked with John Cena, where he eventually, actually it didn't work with John Cena. The last person it worked with was with Hulk Hogan, because in the Attitude Era you had a whole bunch of stars. You can have a whole bunch of stars in it. You can have Samoa Joe, you can have Roman Reigns, you can have Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, you can have Finn Balor, you can have all these guys be the star. You don't have to have just one big megastar that represents the company. You don't have to be that way, Vince. I know John Cena's the face of the company. I know that Hulk Hogan was the face of the company. I know that Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Rock were the face of the company. But listen, you're putting yourself in very dangerous waters here, Vince, by putting Undertaker against Roman Reigns. That'd be stupid. That'd be really, really stupid of you to do, Vince. And I don't even want to see that match. And I like both guys. So with that being said, I know I got off track, so let me just go over everything one more time. So that way you're like, because I know I went a little soliloquy there. I've got the Club beating Cesaro and Sheamus for the tag team titles. I've got Nia Jax beating Sasha Banks. I've got Team Heel of Alexa Bliss, Mickie James, and Natalya beating Nikki Bella, Becky Lynch, and Naomi. I've got Neville beating Rick Swann for the Cruiserweight Championship. I've got Charlotte beating Bayley for the Raw Women's Championship. I've got Roman Reigns beating Kevin Owens for the belt. I've got Cena beating Styles, and I've got Randy Orton winning the Royal Rumble. because like I said, Triple H said it'll be something that the Rumble will have a winner that nobody will see coming, and that's a Rumble that no one will see coming. So, I mean, it is what it is. You can have you can have a whole bunch of people win the Rumble, but that's what the whole Mega Pack Star thing is for. But we'll see now. We will see what goes on now. Again, after the Rumble, I'm going to do a predictions video what I think WrestleMania will be like after the Rumble, because I guess, like I said, after the Rumble, you normally get a feel of what you think WrestleMania is going to be like. I know I said I was going to WrestleMania, but it looks like I might not be going because my dad, the tickets are $160, right? I can pay for my own ticket, but he refuses to pay for his ticket or anybody else's ticket. And like, I want to go to WrestleMania. I don't want to sit at home and watch it when it's 30 minutes away from me. That's not fair. So, hopefully I can figure out a way to go. I don't know. But until next time, if you're not down with that, just got 2 words for you. Peace out.